Hello everyone! We're gonna continue some Royal Alchemist today. It's been a while, but I'm here. I'm doing pretty good. I'm not starting, because I've been in classes, but I'm in a couple classes at college now, so I'm a little busy. But I'll make time. I like recording. It's fun. So let's continue. I said continue, and I didn't mean to do that yet. Every time. I'm gonna stop it and then play, and then hopefully it records and I don't have to push any buttons over there on OBS, hopefully. Resume. Wow, March 25th. And it's April 25th. I'm so sorry I'm so late. Okay. I think that's the one. Week 33. Ow. I don't remember doing that. Classes. Let's see. Do I need to make anything? That's not what I wanted. Sorry, treasury. Nope, that's also not what I wanted. Oh, items requested. There we go. Okay, I have that. So that's good. There is one that... Oh, darkness and fire. Wait, whoa. Light? Oh, 50. Okay, we'll do that then. Yeah. And then I think... Light... Okay, light's 115. Wood... Yeah, we'll just do light. And I'm just gonna do etiquette for these. Actually, no. What's the talking one? Charisma. And... oh, beauty. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I think that's good. Oh, I had all of them do light. Oh, because Serena is light. 129 coins. Heck yeah. Artichokes. Yes. When Prince Nazir mentioned that Issa Kabir was sick, I knew I had to move immediately. Those with an affinity for fire magic tend to burn through illnesses quickly, but rather dangerously too, given their natural dislike for bed rest. Per the prince's instructions, I prepare some herbal soup and spice it with enchantments. I think this is my favorite song in the game. When I arrive at the White Hart, the soup is still warm. According to Prince Nazir, Issa lives above the tavern. I decide to give his medicine to whoever is manning the bar. That's so loud. What the heck? Okay, hopefully, yeah, okay. Hopefully I'm louder than the music. Dang. Okay. Let's see. Oh. To my surprise, Issa himself stands behind the counter, looking slightly worse for wear, but happy to see me nonetheless. Ah, Lady Rosicruce, you honor me with your presence? I didn't intend to, Master Kabir, since you're supposed to be resting. He suddenly begins coughing and turns a shade paler. I shake my head and approach, carrying the still hot soup in a large pot. The petals on my neck burn with the magic to keep it light enough to carry. I place the medicine down on the bar and release my spell at the same time. It hits the wood with an audible thud, causing more than one head to turn. Issa, however, doesn't seem to notice. He's simply too preoccupied with coughing. When is he done? When he is done. He looks at me and raises a brow. Nazir's been talking, has he? He tries to laugh, but starts coughing again. I shake my head once more. Thankfully, one of the servers catches my eye. Excuse me, my good man. Could you fetch a bowl and a spoon? The employee gives a quick nod, then looks to Issa for confirmation. Only now does the tavern keeper notice the pot full of soup. What's this? Herbal soup. It will help, but you also need to rest. He raises an eyebrow at my curt tone. For a moment, it seems like he's about to protest, but I cut him off. I may not be a healer, but I know a bad cold when I see one. You shouldn't be running around in your current state. The server comes back with a wooden bowl and spoon, then places them down in front of me. Common approval. As he passes by, he shoots me a grateful look. Now I understand why Nazir says you're the best tutor he's ever had. You're the only one who's ever been able to keep him in line. I ladle up a bowl of soup, then push it across the counter toward Issa. Truth is, I haven't been hungry for days, but this does smell good. He pulls up a chair and sits down by the bowl, blowing lightly on the soup before tasting it. His eyes widen when he does, and a moment later he's scarfing it down as fast as he can and spoon it up. I watch him with a small smile. When the first bowl is done, I ladle up another portion. Issa laughs, somehow already looking better. I didn't realize how hungry I was. What did you do to this soup to make it so good? You could thank the cooks at the palace, though I suppose the enchanted spices I made helped. That explains it. It also reminds me, I didn't properly thank you for the wine. It was a great success, but I don't know what to say to the nobles asking for more. You're always free to send in requests, but I can't guarantee I'll get to them. Perhaps they can be forwarded to Eskia's circle of alchemists. Master Kabir prepares another spoonful of soup. Maybe it's something we could experiment with on our own. Well, if you'd like, I did write down the soup recipe. I could also provide you with one for the wine, too. I pull the recipe from my vest and slide it to him. It does require some alchemical. I have no idea why I struggle so much with this word. Alchemical? If you want to help me out, please write in the comments how to pronounce that. Skill to make, but it isn't exactly a complicated procedure. Issa takes the paper and reads it, only for a thoughtful expression to cross his features. This doesn't seem too difficult. I wonder. Sir, please make sure the Master Kabir gets proper bed rest. Hopefully Since Issa is now eating and resting, it seems my work here is done. I stand up and flag down the server from before. Okay. By order of His Highness Prince Nazir, he isn't to do any more work today, understood? The server's eyes grow as big as saucers, but he nods and turns to Issa, who watches me speak with equal parts surprise and amusement. You don't mince words, do you, Lady Rosencrantz? I smile sweetly at him. The White Heart needs you at your best. Now get to bed. All right. Ethan seems dejected for a moment, but when I stand up to leave, the servant helps him to his feet. With a bit of luck, he'll be right as rain in a day or two. I smile to myself, sure that Prince Nazir will also appreciate this little act of charity. Grimoire updated. The matter of a young Rosencrantz possibly in captivity has been brought to my attention, and an uncharacteristic sigh snaps me to my attention. I look up from the parchment where I'm devising a letter for my father and can't help tugging the corner of my mouth into a smile. I'm guessing Prince Nazir must have made his getaway again. Raphael looks up from the tea he's preparing, the confusion gleaming in his eyes for barely a moment before he returns my smile. I beg your pardon, Lady Rosencrantz? Don't worry, Raphael. Did anything happen? It's nothing important. Treasury business is as usual. Raising an eyebrow, I set my quill aside. Even though Raphael is often troubled, if not overworked, it's truly rare for him to unconsciously show it so blatantly. It doesn't seem like he's going to indulge more information, however, so I try to take a guess. Is it about the children I freed from Sval shipment? The hand that was about to set a teacup in front of me freezes for a mere moment, but I could tell Raphael is impressed rather than annoyed at my inquiry. Observant of you, indeed, Lady Rosencrantz. With how meticulously he works, I wouldn't think there is much else that could pose a sudden problem. Forgive me, but I did not think that a dozen children would place financial pressure on the palace's treasury. It's a small matter to accommodate them. However, the Lord Regent issued an order to relocate the children and find their families as soon as possible. It's taking additional resources and manpower that needs to be hired. And honestly, we're only in shortage of 200 coins this month. I've been thinking about where to cut them from. If it can't be helped, I'm afraid the children will have to wait until the next month. Oh. Yeah, of course. It's only that much. You could cut them from my missions budget. That? Are you certain, Lady Rosencrantz? Of course. It's going to be a good cause after all. It's going to a good cause after all. I will explain it to the princes as well. I'm sure they will understand. Raphael pauses, contemplating my offer before his gestures soften into a smile and he gives me a nod of approval. In all honesty, this is a matter that should only concern the Regency Council. Regency? But the children are still young, and sending them home as soon as possible would help them recover from their traumatizing experiences. I cannot thank you enough. Don't mention it. I'm happy to be able to help. In a good mood, Raphael spends the remainder of the afternoon talking about the plans to relocate the children in detail. Ooh, okay. Is he at 50? He is. Do we have? I think. Yay. Okay, let's see. We can make that. I'm just gonna see if. Oh. Noodle stew. Explosives. Oh. Wood, wind, fire. Wood, wind, fire. Wood, wind, fire. Okay. Wait, how much wood? Oh, 40. Okay. We'll keep Nazir on fire. Oh. Okay, we can synthesize. We should probably do glass beads. Fire, darkness. Who is closest? Fire, darkness. Fire. Fire 19, darkness 40. I already forgot what it was. Fire 50, darkness 70. Remember that. It was darkness 70, fire 40. So I want to do. I guess Orleus is the one that's mostly gonna synthesize things. I think that's all. Maybe. What is this? Lotus Dart. Oh, wow. Light, water, fire. All 50. Light, water, fire. Light, fire, water. 50. Fire. Was it water? Oh my gosh. I already forgot. Light, fire, water. Actually, we could do that. Because Orleus is also almost there. Dang, okay. Should I still do etiquette? Or should I just go full knowledge? Or intelligence? Should I do, I'm just gonna do beauty. And then next time I'll do, was it knowledge? Oh, leadership. Yeah, I think that will work. Okay. 3, 6, 6. Oh, okay, that's good. 5, 6, 7. I don't know what that does, but it sounds good. I enter the palace gardens with Seren by my side. Even from a distance away, we can already hear their waves of loud laughter and excited shrieks from the children. I can't help but smile at what difference just 1 week can make. Seren, too, appears to be delighted, if the soft smile on his face is any indication. I'm very glad they are feeling better now. It was all thanks to you that we managed to slowly gain their trust. It was nothing. I'm sure you would have been able to achieve the same results without me. I give him a sideways glance and a smirk, one teasy tone creeping into my voice. I have heard that you've become quite popular. I do believe I have heard a few girls declaring that they'd like to take your hand in marriage once they grow older. Quite the charmer, aren't you? A shade of pink slowly appears on his cheeks. He coughs and shifts his gaze away from me. He must have been mistaken. I cannot recall ever hearing anything of that sort. If you insist. Seren's blush deepens, and he doesn't respond, but I distinctly notice the increase in the pace of his footsteps. Suppressing my amused chuckle, I do my best to keep up with him. Turning around the corner, we spot many children running around, chasing each other with glee. Some are sprawled on the ground, but even their exhaustion cannot take away the happy grins on their faces. Quill, being the tallest one, easily stands out among all of them. He seems to be fussing over a little girl, looking her up and down as though to check for any injuries, before letting out a sigh of relief at finding none. Seren and I approach, and I raise my voice, speaking up in a bright tone. Hello, how's everyone doing? Success. A dozen small heads turn in my direction, and ear-splitting grins spread across many of the faces. One of the girls, Lena, who has taken a particular fondness towards us, bounces up and down while clapping her hands. Seren, Lily, you're here. It's Prince Seren and Lady Rosencrantz. Remember what I said. Lena pouts, looking unmoved by Quill's reprimanding. Psh, Seren and Lily don't mind, right? She beams while rushing up to me and slipping a teeny hand in mine. I let out a chuckle, reaching out to stroke her hair next to me. Seren gives a gentle smile and a nod of his head. Of course we don't mind. See? She playfully sticks her tongue out at Quill, who glances at us in exasperation before sighing again. Fine, just remember to behave. I always do, right, Lily? Yes, Lena is a very well-behaved young lady. I wink at her, causing the little girl to burst into a round of giggles as she leans in closer to me. Lily, can you teach me how to make my hair shine like yours? I want to be as beautiful as you are. Me too. Lily, teach us how to dress up. I smile at the children with fondness, but I haven't forgotten the purpose of Seren's and my visit. I take a step back with a shake of my head. Actually, Seren and I are here today with some good news for everyone. Oh, news? What is it? Tell us. If you recall, we promised that we would help you return home safely. Raphael has been working day and night to locate your families. I'm happy to let you know that he has succeeded for the most part, and many of you will be able to go back home soon. A collective gasp runs through the group. A moment later, they erupt into loud cheers and begin hopping around in joy. For the first time, even Quill gives us a bright smile, but it does little to disguise the melancholy in his eyes. I had almost forgotten until now what Seren had mentioned in passing. Quill had reported having no family to return to, as his parents and relatives had already passed away. Unlike most of the celebrating children, he'll likely be sent to an orphanage along with those who suffer the same fate as him. I watch him silently for a moment, noting the way he keeps smiling in spite of the sadness. He barely comes up to my chest, and it once again reminds me of the fact that he's still just a child, despite his tendency to act far more mature than his peers. A wave of sorrow washes over me, and I find myself walking towards him and reaching out to place my hand gently on his head. He freezes, his eyes widening at me. For a moment, the caution and sadness lingering about him that makes him seem much older than he really is melt away, and he looks like any other child among the group. Don't worry, we'll find a good home for you two. Quill blinks slowly, his face still stunned. The shock eventually gives way to a conflicted expression that I can't quite name, and he smiles at us again. Thank you, Lady Rosencrantz, Your Highness. There is no need to thank me, as my duty is to provide for the people. It was my oversight in the first place that led to such suffering you went through. Seren responds with solemnness, and it is then that I finally notice the guilt deep set in his eyes. You can see it right now. Just guilt. Quill's smile grows just slightly wider, and he nods at us before walking away to rejoin the children. I can't help but stare at Seren's serious expression as the realization dawns on me. Does he feel responsible for the children being taken by the slave traders? Surely he realizes that he cannot be expected to do everything and watch over every person in the kingdom. For the first time, I notice the faint dark circles beneath his eyes and the tiredness lining his face. Has he been getting enough rest this week while trying to sort out this situation? Feeling my gaze on him, Seren turns to me and tilts his head in confusion. Lily? Is something the matter? I open my mouth to ask him to confirm my doubts, but then I pause. In the end, I only give him a small shake of my head. No, not at all. You're doing wonderfully. Seren gives me a quizzical look, clearly not comprehending the meaning underlying my sentence. If that is the case, then I must excuse myself. I need to speak with Raphael and make more preparations to send these children back home. Of course, please do not hesitate to let me know if you need anything. With a polite bow and his trademark smile, Seren walks away. I stare after his departing frame, feeling strangely troubled. Week 35. It's gonna be a shorter video today. But I hope you liked it nonetheless. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.